Hi, I'm Debbie Williams, and today I'd like to share a little technique with you that if you suffer from panic attacks and they're triggered by negative thinking or absurd thinking, here's a little technique that you can use to stop some of the panic and to stop some of the negative thoughts and images that are going in your mind. Now, if I give you an example, a client of mine would think about sort of some harm coming to his children, and then he would imagine him doing it, and then he'd feel very bad about it and think, am I abnormal or is something going on here? What is actually happening is the brain's protective mechanism is thinking, I so want to protect this child, I don't want any harm to come to it. And you think the word harm, it's like try not to think of the colour blue, it's there. So the brain goes harm, it sees harm, and then the way we think is attached. Could I do that? The brain goes, I can show you an image of that. And that leads to us thinking, oh my gosh, you know, am I mental, etc., etc. Instead of recognizing this is a process that the brain goes through. You're not mad, you're not abnormal, but what you do need is a way to get out of it, because obviously these thoughts are distressing and they can cause you to panic and wake up in a hot sweat thinking, oh, would I do these sort of things? One way to interrupt this pattern is to just white it out, like a Tipp-Ex moment. So whenever you have these thoughts, imagine you've got a great big pot of Tipp-Ex and just white it out, or a blackboard and paint it out black. And keep doing this and saying the phrase over and over, delete, 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 delete. As you're doing that, you're training the brain, I'm not going to pay attention to that kind of process anymore. And if you want to add something to it, to see an image of you, your family, or whatever the situation is in the future, looking happy, that tells you that everything's worked out okay. Okay, great talking to you today. Bye now.